Okay, hi there, it's Kim Willis again. I'm on foot today in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Last few videos, last 10 videos or something like that, I've been in a tuk-tuk, but needed some exercise, so on foot, and exploring some of the back streets in this city called Phnom Penh. Now, see, Phnom Penh isn't just old, broken down buildings, consists of old, broken down buildings. There are some new ones being built. In fact, there's been a building boom over the last 4 or 5 years, something like that. So, yeah, it's a bit of a boom town, is this Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Worth visiting at least once. Okay, now this is another part in my series. This is part 3 or tip 3. Things I would do differently if I had my time over again as an online marketer. I'm not saying this represents the definitive list, but it certainly will give you some clues as to what not to do. And if I can help you avoid making some of the mistakes that I made, well, great. I'm happy. Now, this tip is pretty simple. I would have started social media earlier. I would have become active in social media earlier. Now, when I first started my online journey, there was one dominant player called MySpace. You may have heard of it. And yeah, I did join it, but I didn't have a clue how it worked, and I basically ignored it. And then, of course, along came Twitter and Facebook, and I joined both of those as well. I gave it a more substantial effort, but I didn't fully commit. I had doubts about it. I'm not, I don't know, it's got an online networking, and I'm not a great networker in that sense, you know, and so I had big hang-ups about it. And so, look, I tried tentatively to make it work. I added friends and did things like that and tried to engage with a few of them, but I didn't believe in it, right? I did not believe in it. And as I said, I had hang-ups about being social on these kind of platforms. It was uncomfortable for me. But as time went by, years went by in fact, I could see other people and what they were doing, and I could see that some of them were doing really well on, let's say, Facebook. Boy, that sun is strong. You think I've got my sunglasses, at least it protects my eyes, which are a little bit sensitive in this kind of light. But yeah, so I saw that. I saw what was happening with some people who were clearly successful as a result of embracing social media. And then finally, long last, I had a breakthrough, and it was a mental breakthrough. It wasn't about skills and techniques. That they're almost irrelevant. Well, they're not irrelevant, but if you haven't got your head right, if you've got mental roadblocks about a particular strategy, all the techniques and tips in the world aren't going to amount to a hill of beans. It's not going to make any difference whatsoever, because, whoops, crossing the road, you'll always be held back by your own thinking. Yeah. So it was December 2000 and it's 2015. There, I got it. Whoa, hang on. 2015, December. I decided that I bought a guy's course and I learned about his strategy. So I decided, okay, this time I'm going to give it my best shot, and I'm going to commit 6 months. I will not deviate from my commitment for 6 months, and then I'll evaluate, and if it didn't work, well, it's just 6 months lost, doesn't matter. So I did that, and I started using it, and it was Twitter. I wanted to test these strategies on Twitter first, because I really regard Facebook as being a more important platform for a marketer. But I wanted to take it for a test drive on Twitter. And lo and behold, within a month or so, hang on, I'm lost. Oh God, this happens a lot. I'm heading to this shop, right? Woo, it's getting hot in the tropics. So within a month or so, I started to get some leads. I started to get some leads. And from some of those leads produced income. So by the end of January 2016, I had a bit of money in the bank. Not a lot, but hey, anything is valuable as far as I'm concerned, particularly if it has upside potential down the track. And it didn't cost me anything except a little bit of time. So that was Twitter. And I kept on with Twitter. I mean, I'm still active in Twitter now. But I kept on with the Twitter thing through March, April, May. And in May I thought, right, now I'm going to get serious. It's clearly working, and I'm now going to bring it across to Facebook. This new way of thinking, new way of doing, I'm going to bring it across to Facebook. And once again, a lo and behold moment, within a few weeks, things started to work. I was engaging with people much better. I was generating some leads, and I started to do a bit of business. Now, it wasn't long after that that I decided to start my first Facebook group, because another discovery that I had made was that you can make money from a Facebook group if you do it right. Most people don't do it right, of course, but hey, that means there's more opportunity for me and for you, right? So I started the Facebook group, and within a few months we had 500 members. People that we added were people that we either chatted to first. Yeah, we didn't just add people. That's an insane strategy. It's nonsense without their permission, you know. So started building a Facebook group. It's now at about 1,500 or 1,600 members, something like that. And yeah, I've had some pretty good months. Had other months where it didn't produce much in the way of revenue, but it culminated in a almost $30,000 month just a few months ago in May. So there's a strategy. I thought, wow, this group thing's awesome. And then I decided to start another group, which was a little bit more upscale, upmarket, as us Aussies call it. Upscale, upmarket than the first group, okay? It wasn't just targeted at network marketers, it was targeted at other people, people who wanted to build their own brands, their own businesses, coaches, consultants, whatever. So I started that. And once again, made money quite quickly. Made really good money. Made 5 figures in the beginning of the second month after starting that group from scratch. And at that point, when I ran that little promotion, I only had about 100 plus members, maybe 130. So there you go. If I would have had my time over again, I would have embraced social media way earlier. I'm quite late to the table when it comes to embracing the concept, because although I had the Facebook account for many years, I never embraced it, and as a result, my results were abysmal. So that's what I would do if I had my time over again. But of course, it's easy to say these things with the benefit of hindsight, because the reality is that I wasn't ready mentally. It took me a long time to have that mind shift. I wish I could have had it much earlier. Maybe I needed a mentor, a social media mentor, way back then. But I didn't even know if there were social media mentors in that early period. But anyway, that's it. I hope you got value from it. If you're already in my new group, the Laptop Lifestyler group, great. Well, take it on board, and please, if you've got roadblocks, get rid of them. Find a way to break through. Talk to me, whatever. Find a way to break through. That's the first thing. And if you're not in the Laptop Lifestyler group, well, you can do it. There should be a link underneath this video, and make a request to join. We'll have a look at your wall and your profile, and I'm sure it'll look fine, and if so, we'll accept you and welcome you into the group. It's a learning community. It's not a spam group. It's a learning community, and so we want you to come with a giving heart, okay, a helpful attitude, and you'll get lots of value back in return. All right, this is Kim Willis. Bye for now in the sun.